Dating in 2025. It's like trying to find love in a burning building while everyone's filming TikToks. You want real connections, but instead you're dodging red flags, surprise kids, and people who just want you to be their own personal ATMs. Let's talk about it. What's up, B&C gang? Welcome back to the Booze and Chill Buzzcast podcast. And today we're going to keep it real as possible. We're going to keep it real as possible, raw and relevant. So today we're diving into something that way too many people are quietly struggling with, and that is why dating is so hard in 2025. Now, to set the tone, I'm not here to like bash dudes. I'm not here to bash on the ladies. I'm not here to bash absolutely anybody in this episode. Just to clarify that. Just put it right out there. This is about understanding what's going on here and maybe finding a little clarity for yourself in the chaos that is 2025. Let's go ahead and let's set this up here. Let's set the landscape of dating in 2025. So first things first, the too many choices. Too many choices equals too little commitment. So you've heard the saying, there's many fishes out in the sea, but you can find that one little fish, right? You can find that one little fish, but I mean, is that really it, just finding the right person? Because you also have to consider, like, if this person can actually deliver, like, can they actually commit, can they actually listen, stuff like that. Like, the important things, not just finding a partner, but actually having a relationship with this person. You know what I mean? I think that's one of them. The next one, apps encourage comparison, not connection. And this one has to do with the dating apps. Like, there's so many of them out there. Like, the literally the only one that I know is Tinder. I think that's how it's called, right? So, yeah, Tinder. But there's like hundreds of them now. But the thing about the the dating apps is that, yes, you can see the person, you can see, and you also have to consider being catfished. So there's also that dilemma, but that's a totally different thing. But yeah, they deliver on option selections, and they all come with like their own little biographies and stuff like that. But how are you so sure that the biography and what they write about themselves is actually 100% true? So that's what I'm getting at. Like, then they come actually meeting them, and there's no connection because they describe themselves as being someone so like fucking amazing, but then you meet them and they're like the most, like, I don't know, they're the total opposite of what they describe themselves and their little description of themselves or whatever. So there's also that. The next one, people are more available than ever, but not really present. This kind of has to do a little bit about that catfishing I mentioned earlier. It's not just about the looks; it's also about what comes with the package, so to speak. Like, if you're like, whether you're blind dating or you're Tinder dating or any other app dating, again, I only know Tinder, and you meet for the very first time, but you're like into this person, you're talking and you're rambling, and I'm saying, like, you're just making it all about yourself, but you like introducing yourself, and they're like, and completely totally different fucking world. Like they are they're on their phone, they're on social media, they're tweeting what they're doing and what you're saying and all this other bullshit. So that's kind of what I mean. um it's there's people, but they're not exactly all in there. Like you can't even have like a conversation with them because they're just their brains fucking all over the place. So there's that. And then there is authenticity. It is filtered, literally. And I think that kind of has to do with the whole online social media thing. There's a lot. There's a lot of that. Like, even down to the so-called funny ones. Like I'm talking about the ones where the people fake giving money to like poor people and ends up being like some random person that they grab from the streets or a friend that they're trying to trick and stuff like that. Like even as simple as that, like authenticity is not a thing. Like it is, but it's really easy to mask it when it comes to online dating. But you can also do that when it comes to actually meeting. You can pretend to be somebody you're not, just to uh quote unquote get into somebody's pants, or whatever your plan is really, to whenever you're at meeting people or dating or whatever. It's it's super easy to just kind of, you know, fake that. So gotta also look out for that as well. And the last one here, relationship definitions are blurry. Is dating, is this dating, I'm sorry, talking, vibing, or situation ship? Like I'm not trying to decode like another like, hey, let's chill text. You know what I mean? Like what does that mean? Like just give it to us straight. Like, and this kind of comes, I guess this is because it's coming from a guy, right? Like be just be honest. Just be honest, man. Um Again, this kind of goes back, ties into authenticity. Like don't make up shit. Don't lie through your teeth. Like like just be yourself and just say whatever it is that you have to say. Because again, it's hard to come by that, like honesty, man. Um, whether it's because of social media influences, or stuff that they've gone through within their lives, situations, traumas, and what have you. Just just try to be yourself, and if you're going through all those rough patches, like just don't don't let it cloud the your whole dating thing. Just let you gotta have that line between, you know, your problems and you wanting to go out and find to go on a date or find the one. You can't let those things get in the way, because then it's just going to completely come off as possibly awkward and just a little bit, you know, just a little weird, right? Just a little weird. um but anyways, I've had conversations. I've had conversations with my guy friends lately, and a lot of it, I mean, boils down to this: people are tired of toxic. People are tired of that, and unfortunately, that's kind of what it all kind of is narrowed down to. It really is, dude. Um, Toxic traits, flying under the radar, gaslighting, breadcrumbing, manipulation, dressed up as being real. And it's kind of all, again, goes back to the thing that we mentioned in the beginning. Just be honest, man. Like I don't know what it is about this filtering nowadays, but that's gotta chill. That's gotta stop. Like you just gotta just be yourself. Stop trying to be the next. I don't know what who do people what do people want here? Who's a big influencer right now? Like the first one that comes to mind, and it's one that one of my nieces watch, and I think she was local from where we were from, and she just kind of like traveled and or whatever. And I heard something about her getting arrested because she was making this big commotion. But then on her social media, she's a completely different person, or vice versa. I'm not entirely sure, nor do I really care. Like don't be that. Don't be influenced by that shit. You don't need that shit in your life. Another one. People chasing financial security. And this one's kind of sort of it's there. Not connecting. Some dudes feel like they're being interviewed. They're being interviewed for a job more than a relationship. That's what it feels like now. Or at least again, this is conversations that I've had with my guy friends lately. And this is stuff that I myself have seen before my very eyes and heard stuff here and there. And that's sad. That is so sad. Like it's no longer about the relationship anymore. Like I mean, times have changed, and freaking inflation and what have you. And I get it. Times are fucking hard, but that doesn't really mean that you should, you know, be in search of a piggy bank instead of something that you actually want. You know what I mean? Like if you actually are in the market for dating and you're searching for something, you can't let your financial issues come first, because it's not going to work out. It's just not. And speaking of financial um stuff, I will go ahead and put in the show notes below the last podcast I did about dating and linked accounts or separate accounts, and look into that. I will go ahead and put in the show notes or right after this. But yeah, guys, don't just stay strong. For the dudes, stay strong. It also goes works the other way around too. So guys, don't be that. Gals, don't be that. Don't do that. It's stupid, and not it just makes the whole dating and talking thing just very 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 upsetting. It sucks. Another one. Surprise kids. Excuse me. Look, dating someone with kids isn't the issue. It's not knowing until the third date, or also knowing during the first date, but not mentioning it in the first place. It's very 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 common now. And again, this is just stuff that I myself have spoken to my guy friends about. It's the being looked at as piggy banks, and that same person coming with a what's the term, with the whole package. I think that's what it was. Basically, with coming with kids, and then coming in saying that they're they're in like debt, and they're just like looking for somebody to help them out. It's not cool. It's not cool. And then again, a little going back a little bit on the toxic traits, you have to really look out for those. Look out for that first, and you will probably somehow find a way to find out if they got the kids, or they're just looking into you know some sugar daddy or some sugar mama, whatever the case is. But yeah, it all ties back to the whole communication thing, guys. Be honest. Don't be surprised. Don't come with a surprise. I mean, with when it comes to kids, because you know it's a lot of baggage, and some people are just not looking for that right now. And even if you don't mind it, there's always that one little tiny problem. And that one good friend of mine actually mentioned this. It's like they're actually connecting with somebody, and then they bring up the subject like, oh yeah, I got kids, whether it being 2 3 whatever. And they don't mind that. They don't mind that because they're some people actually, are looking further into the future and thinking like, oh yeah, I do want kids, but they're not mine, but I want kids, so I guess that's okay, right? But then you also got to keep in mind that there's somewhere out there, there's still the OG baby daddy, and that comes with its own sets of problems. So you also have to kind of think about that. You have to consider that as well. Don't just jump into the relationship. Even if you guys clicked, you kind of have to sort of really think about that, because again, that comes with its own problems. Whether the OG baby daddy is problematic or not, there's still going to be something in between you, the significant other, the kids, and the original parent. So these are all factors, man, that you have to really consider. And it's just nuts, dude. It is nuts. It's not being judgmental. It's about being informed, because dating someone is an emotional investment, and people deserve to know what they're signing up for. This is something for you guys to think about. Something for you guys to think about there. Now, the emotional burnout and digital fatigue. This is going right back to the, excuse me, to the dating apps. Whether you're in it, well, yeah, this is directly to those people. This is gonna be consisting of that. And the first thing that we're gonna mention here is swipe culture, surface level interactions. And this ties in back to what I was saying, being the catfish, not being completely 100% honest on your biographies or their biographies. Like, you really have to, just like dating in person, not through a screen, not meeting people through screens, you have to really trust your gut. Like, you really be a good judge of character, really. And you also have to do this through a screen now, which is kind of difficult, I think, because I'm really good at actually reading people. I'm really, really surprisingly really good at it. But to be able to do that on through a picture, through a profile picture, that's its own challenge. Like, it's weird, dude. It's weird. Um, let's move on to the next one. Ghosting, love bombing, and flaking are normal now. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, ghosting, I get that part. Uh, it's just, let's say you're going through the dating app or whatever. You're swipe. I don't know which way do you swipe. I think right is when you actually like them, and left is when you don't. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm right or wrong. I've never dated through an app before. Um, in fact, just prior to recording this video podcast, my wife's and I anniversary, 19 years together anniversary, was just yesterday. Again, prior to recording this, so uh, woo, yeah, boy. Anyways, ghosting, like I was saying, if you find a specific profile picture that you're like, oh, this seems to vibe with this picture, as people say now. Um, but then you guys, you're chatting, you're possibly talking through the phone, which I really do hope that you guys are whenever you're doing this uh, online dating thing. And you can easily the thing about online dating, you can easily just stop replying or messaging or a phone call, which again I really hope you guys are doing that. And it's really easy. It's just a matter of just because you're here, right? You're here and you're blah 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 blah. They say something that you don't like, and you're just that's the end of that. It's that easy when it comes to ghosting and flaking out on people when it comes to that. So, um, which makes it much more. It makes it easier to reject, and because it's so much easier to reject, and the thing is that some people don't take rejection real easily, and because it's so easy, it just makes it harder, I think, for some people who again who just can't take that. So there's again there's a lot of factors. Let me know if you're getting some value out of this here. Love podcast. It's not well. I'll call it love. I'll call it love. Oh man. Anyways, last one here on the emotional burnout and digital fatigue. The average person is emotionally exhausted by the second date. And I think once again, this just has to do with this filtering that people say, just putting on a mask and just not showing who they really are beneath it, which is once again it comes right back like is being a person who's honest, or finding somebody who's honest is pretty hard, or so it seems. Again, this is going by conversations that I've had and people that I've spoken to, stuff I've heard, stuff I've seen. It's just it's insane, and how people just can't, you know, can't seem to keep it legit. Like is this I'm not even talking about people who are just being completely fake. I'm talking about like even people like, let's say you are like a very good person, a very honest person. But then like this is just like top of my head just now. You meet somebody on a dating app, and y'all click, and you decide, oh, well, let's meet up. And then you being a good person, you kind of like lose it because you're like completely fucking, you're shitting your pants nervous, and then you like shit, uh this person's not gonna like the real me. What should I do? Blah blah blah. And then you become something that you're not. You know what I mean? Like even if you're not a shitty person and you're just a nervous fucking wreck, and you just think, you decide that maybe becoming somebody else will make things a lot more easier and simpler. You actually, you know, go home with this person or whatever. So don't do that. Don't do that. It's stupid. Just be yourself, bro. Just be yourself. So people don't date to connect anymore. They date to feel validated. That's, my good B and C gang member friends, is a very dangerous cycle. Whether it's because, they just want the attention, or because they've got some certain issues, or because they're doing it just for whatever reason. Don't do it, guys. It's not worth it. This is why you should really pay attention to some certain red flags. And we're going to get into that in a bit right here, right now. Now we're going to move on to stuff. We're going to talk about stuff that can still work for you in the dating world in 2025. And the first one is clarity. Clarity is power. Knowing that what you want, and what you don't want is a superpower. Don't ever let that go, guys. Don't let it go. Just make sure you know what you want. Okay, make sure you know what you want, and just be very, very clear about it. Don't settle just because so and so I don't know, went through that something horrible that you just feel bad for them, and you're like, fuck, I can't say no now, or for whatever reason. Don't do it. Be aware, know what you want, be honest about it. The people go through problems all the time. It doesn't mean that by dating so and so person is gonna fix it. It's like the people with the mentality that think that marrying somebody is gonna fix all the problems that they have, which is not. Same situation with this. It's a commitment, just like marriage. Don't fucking do it for the wrong reasons. Don't settle. That is a superpower that you have, is just knowing what you want. Know what you want, and let them, and be clear about it. Be clear. This goes back to being completely honest. You got to be right on point and tell them straight up, like, no, I don't like this, I don't like that, I like this, blah blah blah. Like, don't, as they say, don't filter. Just be yourself. Another one, communication up front. No games, just honest early on. Like I've been saying, this is just something that you got to do. It's just be you, and don't be nervous. Be upfront. Say what you like. You don't have to tell them your entire life fucking story, but just, just kind of like, in a nutshell, say who you are, what you're capable of, what you're looking for, and then just kind of like feed off of everything that they give you. But again, just be honest. And speaking of the information that the person that you're dating is giving you, uh, be self-aware. Be very self-aware, guys. Um, if you're healing, growing, or vibing with your own life, you naturally attract better energy. uh I kind of already use this example when it comes to the datee. Same thing for you. If you're going through some rough patches, um just really work on that. Like, you shouldn't even, honestly, you shouldn't even be dating if you're going through some rough shit. Like, that's something that you kind of have to, like, it sounds like something that you need to work on yourself. Like, if you're going through some shit, like, you have to fix that before you jump into something as serious as, dating and all that stuff. So, being very self-aware, guys. Like, grow, learn about yourself, and just better yourself. Don't be jumping into shit if you're going through shit. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. You can't be you can't be juggling. What I meant to say, you can't be juggling so much, especially in the world of dating. You're meeting somebody for the very first fucking time, and if you're a fucking wreck while you're doing this, you're not going to be at your most. You're not going to be at your most. What's the word I'm looking for here? You're just going to be not in it 100%, and more than likely the datee is going to pick up on it, and you're just going to be that guy that's just left behind because you know you you got you got certain text messages, and they completely ruined the dating, or you said something that triggered something in your brain, and you bummed yourself out, or the datee mentioned something that's kind of sort of relevant to what's happening to you in your life, and you just don't like him anymore, or what have you, right? Just like, don't do it. Go into the dating world clear minded, and just be the flow. That's that's my advice. That's how I did it. Be the flow. Don't go with the flow. Be the flow. That's my advice. Lastly, here, offline still wins. Best connections still happening through mutual friends, random encounters, and shared passions. Like, and I 1,000,000% back this one up, guys. Like, I came from um a generation where there was no. I mean, there probably was. I just was not aware of it. But what I'm trying to say is there wasn't so many crazy amount of dating apps. I I, I can't think of one. I've never used one. But anyways, the way to go is to actually go out there and meet people. Don't I'm not crazy. I'm not a fan of online dating apps. I mean, I'm not crazy about them because again, it's just a screen, bro. This isn't like what even is that? Like you can't build anything off of through this. You know what I mean? Like you just can't. You simply can't at all. So go out there, guys. Make friends. Be open minded, and just once again, just be your all selves, man. Be yourselves. Um, but the thing is, you can't save someone from their own toxicity. It's going back to, the realm of dating in general. And you definitely can't build a healthy relationship with someone who just wants to use you as a come up, a come up. So my advice to you all is uh vet people without being paranoid. And by that I mean really really examine the person you're talking to without coming out as a total fucking weirdo, because there's again just again going by the conversations I've had with guy friends of mine, that you have to have you got to have your what was that saying? I forgot how the saying goes, but basically just be aware of the red flags of the person you're talking to or dating or out with or whatever. Be aware of all those red flags and really like you have to really pay attention like to pretty much everything that's happening with the body language, the stuff they're saying, certain words, triggers or whatever. I know triggers is a big thing now, but doing it all without looking completely paranoid, because you don't want to you don't want to be like on the phone just recording the entire date or whatever just to kind of analyze it when you get back home to see if you're gonna actually be calling this person back or not. That's just fucking weird, dude. Another one, don't ignore the red flags because the vibes are good. Again, go back to the red flags. And vibing is a word that is being used so much around now. Um, so you guys are vibing and on the same energy level or whatever. Um, it doesn't mean that that's it. It's a connection. This is the one. Blah blah blah. Like you, it goes back to the first thing I said. Really, really pay attention. Really pay attention, because it ties into the first one of the first things that we mentioned in the well, kind of like around the middle of the video podcast. People not being authentic, but not being completely honest about the authenticity. Really pay attention to those red flags. Don't go in there completely blind because uh your clock's ticking into becoming mother or father. uh yeah, I'm getting too going in with the mentality like I'm getting too old. I should have already had a family by now, or so on and so forth. Don't let that get in the way. You have the rest of your life to do whatever, do good things, do great things, make connections, just be a good fucking person. You have all the time in the world to find someone. And again, this is coming from my experience. I wasn't planning on dating. It just happened. Like I said, be the flow. Just be the flow. Another one, have no boundaries, not walls, just doors that only open for the right energy. Um, again, just don't don't rush into it. Again, if you got goals and you have a bucket list, do it. Not not having somebody there with you is not going to slow or speed in that at all. It does not affect it at all. Just do what you love to do, and when the right moment comes, which it probably will, dude. Like there is no there is no right or wrong to go about it. It's just a matter of being patient and I guess and at the same time, like I said, pay attention. You got to pay attention. Uh, but I mean, it'll find it. It'll find its way. It'll find its way. And remember, loneliness isn't worse than being in the wrong relationship, dude. Dude, the stories, man. Like, this is why I was saying, don't settle. Don't fucking settle just because of your own um, insecurities or for your excuse me problems that you're having or the person you're talking to is having. Don't be self-aware, know what you want, and just just be patient. I think that's the biggest key. Being patient, be honest, and just don't rush it, man. Don't rush it. There's no rush. You got your whole fucking life ahead of you guys. Don't fucking rush it. Um, like I guess that's my advices to you. Patience, do not rush, don't settle, and above all, be the I lost my own advice. um oh my god, what does that say goes be the I literally said it like three times already. But anyways, just be patient. Just be patient, guys. Uh, I guess. And again, this is my advice, and I got some stories where like I was always the one to get dumped. I was always the one that was getting dumped. There was this one awkward one where we both did something that kind of sort of was not cool with each other. That one was weird because I apologize for screaming. My kids are obviously fighting. Um, so but yeah, we both did something that we were not cool with each other, and we just kind of like split just like that. Um, so that was a weird one. But I mean, the point is, don't let another one. Don't let rejection bring your hopes down. Stay hopeful, be patient, be aware, know what you want, and be the flow. That's what I was trying to remember. Be the flow. That's literally my advice I give off to everybody. Don't go with the flow. Be the flow. And that's pretty much it, guys. That was my advice to you guys. That was my thoughts on dating in 2025. through conversations I've had, through stuff I've seen, and so on and so forth. But that pretty much covers this, guys. If this hit home at all whatsoever, excuse me, or if you have a wild dating story from the trenches of 2025, excuse me, drop it in the comments right down below. Hit the like button if you got any value out of this. If I hit a nerve somewhere, subscribe if you are new. Welcome to the video podcast, the Booze and Chill Buzzcast podcast, where we talk about pretty much anything. And hit the bell notification to stay in touch, so we can stay in touch in the Booze and Chill video podcast and the Booze and Chill channel. If you're into alcoholic beverages of all, I'm talking beers of all styles, cocktails of all kinds, spirits. We also cover movies, from movie trailers to full-on movie watches, and the now coming a lot more often now, some food reviews, food pairing with drinks, of course. If you're into all that, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And that is it for that, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. Look out for the red flags, guys. Keep it cool. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, if you keep watching, I'm gonna keep drinking. Peace out, guys. Stay cool, stay safe, be smart, make smart decisions, be good people. Not jazz. Peace.